Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 30-second warning. Please find Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our College Assembly for Week 5. It's been a couple of weeks, and this is the first time we've had this number of people in the hall for an assembly, so it's wonderful to be back in these sorts of numbers and to get that real whole school vibe again. But we have a shout out to our Year 5s and 6s watching back in their classrooms as well. As always, Nudgee College acknowledges the First Nations peoples of this land, the Turrbal. They call this land Nulmadji and Nada, and we call it Nudgee. And we acknowledge their elders, their communities and their laws in communities all throughout Australia and the neighbouring islands. As I said, it's a packed assembly this morning. There's lots of great stuff to look forward to. We'll be celebrating National Boarding Week, and in a moment our boarders will lead us in prayer for the beginning of the assembly. We'll also acknowledge the International Day Against Homophobia, and we'll hear from students and staff to acknowledge that day. We'll have some notices about upcoming events in the Identity Department from Gus and Ryan, two of the Identity Prefects. We will present our GPS cross-country team ahead of the GPS titles on Thursday, and we'll acknowledge Team Men Awards from our Term 1 activities, cricket, debating and volleyball. To mark National Boarding Week 2, we'll hear from a boarders band. That'll be something to look forward to. So as I said, it's a varied and exciting assembly. So let's start now by praying together.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I'm thankful for the love and generosity that inspires my parents to send me to boarding school. This comes with great sacrifice materially, but especially emotionally. I pray God blesses our family.
I'm thankful for the adults who care for us daily. They go beyond job and work and create a home and a safe place of joy in nature. I pray God rewards them.
I'm thankful that this semester I've received communications, emails, phone calls, messages, letters and visits. The distance can be hard. I pray it is an opportunity to value good communication with my family all through life.
I'm thankful for the confidence I gain each day living away from home, travelling, making decisions for myself, managing small things like laundry and pocket money. I pray I may be mature and grown up in my dealings with others.
I'm thankful for how this confidence is deeper than being able to travel well or organise my laundry. It stems from the knowledge that I am part of a meaningful community, from an awareness of the larger world and my place in it. That I leave one place I am loved only to arrive in another place where I am loved. I pray I may grow in love.
I'm thankful for lessons learned at school. Schoolwork can be hard and homework is always a bit of a struggle. It is also stretching and character building. I pray that I discover joy of learning.
I'm thankful for the beautiful property we call Nudgee. Green grass, great weather, adventure and activities, gardens and paddocks. There are many beautiful things about home, but at Nudgee it seems we live outside. I pray I may always see and appreciate beauty.
I'm thankful for friends and for friendships. They aren't always smooth, they aren't easy, but they are character building and memory forming, for better or worse. We need our mates. I pray I may be a good friend now and always.
I'm thankful for that no matter what, no matter where, and no matter how, this is my family, at home and at Nudgee. You can never walk away from family. Families call us to be faithful, constant, compassionate, and forgiving.
I pray I may be a sign of faith. Live Jesus in our hearts. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Johnston, fellow SEAL team members, staff, special guests, families, and Nudgee men. This week marks a significant celebration for us all, as it's National Boarding Week. And let me be clear, when I say all, I mean every student, day or boarding, every staff member, support or academic, and every parent from Deagon to Darwin. This celebration is for all Nudgee community members, as we are a boarding school and not a school with borders. I could talk to the fact that the school was founded for boys from the bush, or to the fact that it was years until the first day boy graced us with his presence. However, I'd like to stick to the here and now. To put it simply, every Nudgee community member benefits from the tangible influence of our boarding students. You do not have to be a boarder or a boarding staff member to reap the rewards of working at or attending a boarding school. Boarding students are better for befriending day boys and vice versa. Whilst teachers teach our boarders a lot of lessons, they too can learn from our boarding students in the classroom. So today and this week, it is time for us to reflect on the diversity, passion, culture, and vibrancy that our boarding students bring to Nudgee College. More so, it's a time for us to celebrate how we are enriched by this influence and be grateful for our connection to this wonderful boarding school. Of course, none of us could share in these blessings if it was not for some key groups that make our boarding school flourish. So I'll start by thanking the dedicated, caring and passionate staff. From our heads of house to our kitchen hands, from our nurses to our cleaners, from our laundry team to our supervisors. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for putting the needs of our boarders before your own. Finally, thank you to our boarding families who place their trust and faith in us to look after their sons. It is no easy feat to send your boy away to boarding school, and your sacrifices are duly noted. I now welcome George and Darcy to the stage to share their stories during this special week.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson, members of the CLT, staff, parents, and my fellow Nudgee students. Over the past term, Nudgee has become a second home for me. It is in every way a home away from home. I'm a Year 8 boarder from Rockhampton in central Queensland, approximately a 7-hour drive from Brisbane. Dad is an old boy, so Nudgee has been a school that I've always wanted to attend. Coming from a school of 1,000 people to one with 1,700 was a major adjustment for me. I knew that there would be a lot of new faces and challenges, but with the help of Mr. Campbell, my head of house, and all the other important people in boarding, it was a challenge well worth all and any sacrifice. Nudgee has provided me with so many special opportunities I couldn't get anywhere else. Coming from a school where I was a day boy, boarding was a hard decision to make. Walking into your room in the dorm will never be like walking into your room at home. But since I first walked through the gates of the boarding village, I knew it was a decision I would never regret. The first week was difficult, but after that, everything started to feel like home. Surrounded by mates 24/7 certainly made that transition easier, and is one of the absolute highlights of boarding. You never stop missing your family, but your fellow boarders become an extension of that family, and that is very special. As an O'Brien boarder, our day starts with a 6:45 wake up by our house mum. Then it is into the showers. Next, it is off to breakfast, which can be as tiring as running a marathon at 7 o'clock in the morning with so many stairs to contend with. But that is not before you have run the gauntlet that is our morning health check. In sunshine or rain, you are either drenched in sweat or drenched in rainwater. From 8:20 onwards, once we have left home, our day as a boarder is the same as everyone else. However, after 3 p.m, that is when the fun really starts, and the whole school becomes our own backyard. It is the best time. Coming to a new school comes with both nervousness and excitement. It is a roller coaster of an experience. But having your best mates there for you makes it extremely easy to find the flow. Boarding has really helped me make friends both in the day school and in the older grades. Living with the older boys allows you to have role models and people to look up to every day. Living with these people helps us to aspire to become better people like my dad and uncle, who were both Nudgee College students. Being a Nudgee College boarder continues to provide me with so many unique opportunities that I'll forever be grateful for. I can say right now that the boys that I've built friendships with will be my mates for the rest of my life. Nudgee College boarding does not disappoint, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this amazing community.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson, members of the CLT, staff, parents both here and online, my Nudgee brothers, and of course, on this special occasion, my fellow boarders. Nudgee for me has always been more than just a school. It has become my home. The endless opportunities that this school has offered me would never have been possible without joining the boarding community, and I'll forever be grateful for that. National Boarding Week is a time where I and the rest of my fellow boarders get to show you Nudgee through the lens of a boarder, to highlight what being a Nudgee man looks like to us boarders, and to also express the love and passion we have for this place that we call our home away from home. The start to my Nudgee journey was similar to George's, who we just previously heard from, and I'm quite sure similar to the majority of boarders with me today. The nerves of moving to a new school are enough without the thought of both moving to a new place of residence and school all at the same time. So I'm sure you can all imagine the emotions running wild whilst making that final car trip with your parents. My first night of Nudgee boarding will forever be lodged in my mind. The Friday night meal on the village green before the first weekend in of the year. The village was buzzing, and I can tell the boys were both hesitant but intrigued by my presence. The first question asked me was, "Do you play rugby?" And from then on, I knew I wouldn't have any dramas making friends. I'm not sure if you would know that Nudgee, when it first opened in 1891, was primarily a boarding school, quite different to the contrast of students we have today. With that being said, I feel I have every right to say that Nudgee College Boarding is situated in the middle of our campus for a reason, and that it represents the beating heart of our great college. Nudgee spirit originates in the gates of the village and still to this day echoes out from the village and throughout the school. Prior to being a Nudgee man, no hard feelings to Proserpine State High School, where I previously attended, but the concept of regular study and a pack mentality of wanting to achieve academic goals was very foreign to me. The will to continually strive is evident in many aspects of college life, but what stands out to me is the enthusiasm boarding students have for making the most out of our academic advantage. The programs we have in place are second to none, and I want to thank the staff involved in Reach for the Stars for not only encouraging me to be better academically, but for supporting the academic journey of our whole boarding community. I know many people hear each day the benefits that boarding has on a person, but one that may go unnoticed is the independence developed from living the way we do. Although the manner in which the dishwasher is packed each night may tell a different story, the characteristics and traits I have developed from being a boarder will carry me throughout the coming years of my life outside and beyond the gates of Nudgee. The ability to converse with a range of different people from a range of different backgrounds every day gives us the knowledge and understanding of people. Not only the boys we are living with, but the supervising staff we spend our time with. Being a boarder at Nudgee College continues to provide me with so many rich opportunities. Not only do I get to brag each day that I still hold the record for the fastest time in the midnight hallway race, but we get to spend the opportunity to spend our spare time in the backyard most people only ever dream of, stretching from the infamous Flat 9 to the top of Ross Oval. We get to see a side of the school that no one else does. Quite the opposite of a bustling school day, but the eerie yet mesmerising silence and glowing light of the setting sun over the college chapel. Truly a sight to see. Nudgee College boarding has proved to be such a significant part of my life, and truly one of those things where you have to be a part of it to get a real sense of what it's like. The beauty of boarding has given me traits and memories that I'll carry with me for the rest of my days, and an opportunity that I am so very grateful to be able to share with you all. And we do share it with you all, for we all make up Nudgee College, a boarding school. So happy National Boarding Week. Thank you.
My name is Morgan Burke and I'm from Warwick.
My name is Isaac Armstrong and I'm from Gravesend.
My name is Darcy Turner and I'm from Proserpine.
My name is Caleb Lloyd and I'm from Longreach.
My name is Joey McLean and I'm from Chinchilla.
My name is Will O'Reilly and I'm from Roma.
My name is Simi Loban and I'm from the Torres Strait.
Hi, I'm George Pentecost and I'm from Rockhampton.
Hi, my name's Cormac Sullivan and I'm from Dirranbandi.
My name is Zach Lewis and I'm from the Sunshine Coast.
Hello, my name's Riley Island from Warriola.
Hi, my name's Sam Brosnan and I'm in Year 10 and I come from Bundaberg.
Hi, my name's Zane Creamer and I'm from Tully in Far North Queensland.
Hi, I'm Harry O'Hare and I'm from the N2.
I'm Angus Coleman, I'm in Year 5 and I'm from Gundawindi.
I'm Ethan McHugh. I'm boarding from Saudi. I'm in grade 7.
Hi, my name is Justice Joseph Charm and I'm from Papua New Guinea.
Thing I love about Nudgee is being in the dorms with the boys all the time. You're living with your best mates day in, day out, going through the ups, the downs with them.
I think Nudgee boarding, it's great because it can accommodate all types of kid. You know, no matter what they like and what they enjoy, there's always something for them to get involved in.
I like the rec on the weekends and like being able to go to a footy game or a theme park.
It's like heaps of blokes here and there's like a mate for everyone. There's so many different like personalities.
Meeting like new people, new experiences and you know, with rec activities every weekend, just getting to explore new places.
You get a lot of boys from different places. It's a very diverse place in Nudgee, so you get to know everybody's background and where they're from.
Just being with your mates 24/7 and all the sports and academic opportunities that it provides. It's just a really good school to be at.
I love just going to the flats and playing touch every day after school and going to the shops on the weekend.
The individual relationships you make with the boys around you and the teachers. I also love the opportunities that you're provided with sporting and academics.
The friends and the sport and opportunities.
When you come home from school, like you've got your mates and that, and you like get to hang out with them.
I love Nudgee boarding because you'll meet new friends and you see new teachers.
Getting to muck around with your mates a bit after school and having a good feed here and there.
The community here, all the boys, we all like to hang out on the flats and everything. All the teachers are really nice.
I get to have a lot of fun with my mates and go down to football ovals and play touch. I love the community and I love the spirit. I love getting involved, doing all the sports, and I love doing all the activities.
Today, May 17th, is IDAHOBIT Day. This is an international day against homophobia and all forms of discrimination against the LGBTI community, as well as raising awareness for the work that still needs to be done in this area. It is a day that is now recognised and celebrated in 130 countries around the world. Shockingly though, there are still 69 countries that criminalise homosexuality and 26 countries where people who are LGBTI can face severe punishment. It is immensely important to acknowledge that Australia as a country has progressed a lot in this area and has become a much more accepting society in recent years to people who are part of the rainbow community.
Nudgee College is a school that values the diversity of our community and embraces all students, staff and family members, irrespective of their sexual orientation. However, even with all of this positive progress that's taken place, discrimination still occurs on a daily basis for same-sex attracted and gender-diverse people. 75% of LGBTI young people experience some form of discrimination. LGBTI people are nearly 6 times more likely to be diagnosed with depression. Homophobic bullying is still the most frequent form of bullying that occurs in schools today, including Nudgee College.
Many of you know I'm a proud old boy of this college from 2007. When I was a student here, homophobic language and slurs were being used quite frequently. I do love this school. I do think improvements have been made in this area. What really upsets me is that all these years later, boys at our college still use these homophobic words and slurs in their interactions with one another, even though society has progressed so much since when I was at school. the words poofter and faggot come to mind. And to be blunt with you, if you're still using these words in 2022, it's an absolute disgrace. Because these words are now not accepted in any part of our society. However, even comments you may think are at a lower level, such as saying that's so gay, to refer to something negative, or teasing someone by calling them gay, it's still harmful, it's homophobic, and it's unacceptable. Men of Nudgee, what IDAHOBIT Day is really about is encouraging the majority of our society who are straight to be allies to our friends, teammates and peers who are gay. There are several people in my life who I'm very close with that are a part of the gay community. I'm not standing up here in front of you today because I want to be an ally just for my friends, but also anyone who goes to this school that identifies in a similar way. Nudgee should be a place where every student can feel safe and welcome here, regardless of their sexuality. If a boy in the playground was openly say something racist to another student, I know that our students would call out that boy for the behaviour and tell him that he's been racist. It's time to do this now when you hear someone being homophobic. Call them out, even if it is your mate. When I was a student here, no one would call anyone out. Not for that kind of behaviour. We would just stay quiet and be a bystander. The time of being a bystander is over. It's time to be an ally. Tell them that it's homophobic and it's not okay. Not just on IDAHOBIT Day, but for every day going forward.
One of the things that I find really hard is that I am introverted. I do like my own space. Getting to the point where I was willing to speak up has definitely taken a while. It's a tough one.
Controversy in rugby today. Did David Pocock go too far with his comments on the field? The debate is split in two. Should David Pocock have said what he said?
I just watched homophobic slurs.
What happened in the game was a result of our team actually talking about homophobia in sport and agreeing that we weren't going to stand for it. When it happened on the field, it was kind of a split-second decision to say, that's not right. I just certainly didn't feel like I was sort of sticking my neck out on an issue. A case of just saying, this has no place in our game.
The whole issue has divided the rugby community.
Getting people saying all these things, certainly at the time I was pretty down about it. The times I have spoken up, I do feel like I've grown as a person. I still find it a difficult process to talk about an issue publicly. There's still lots of times where I don't speak up when I think I probably should. This is my life and I've got to make my choices. I've got to live with those choices. In not speaking up, you're actually denying part of yourself. It does require action. And I'm willing to take whatever consequences there might be. Because for me, I feel like this is the right thing to do.
Good morning, Nudgee College community. My name is Gus Rossell and I'm here today to announce details on National Reconciliation Week at Nudgee College. National Reconciliation Week is a time for all Australians to learn our shared histories, cultures and achievements, and to explore how each of us can contribute to achieving reconciliation in Australia. This year's theme is Be Brave, Make a Change. Be Brave, Make a Change is a challenge to all Australians, individuals, families, communities, organisations and government to be brave and tackle the unfinished business of reconciliation so we can make a change for the benefit of all Australians. During National Reconciliation Week, we have a number of activities planned in the junior school, including a colouring competition with a first prize pack to be awarded to a student for the best colouring in. In the senior school, we will have a range of activities running out of the library before, during and after school for the entire week. These will include Reconciliation Week Lego constructions, screening of Satellite Boy, and creation of First Nation language posters. Further details will be listed on student notices. Thank you.
Good morning, Nudgee College. On the last day of this term, Friday 17th of June, we will be holding the annual fundraising for Edmund Rice community, Walk for Edmund. The whole Nudgee community will walk together for approximately 7 kilometres, raising money for this amazing cause. In week 6, everyone will be given a postcard like the one on the screen behind me, with a QR code with details on the back on how you can donate. Further details of this process can be found on the back of the card as well. More information will come from us next week and put this very exciting event on your calendar.
Good morning, Mr. Johnston, members of CLT, viewers online, staff and Nudgee students. This morning I have the privilege of talking about one of the best aspects of Nudgee, cross-country. In training and in spirit, in mateship and in working towards our goal of GPS cross-country championships on Thursday, we have had a truly tremendous season. These runners who are being presented today, and you also might notice many of whom are academic award winners, have led really structured lives over the past 5 months, and we know that that structure requires discipline in order to achieve any goal. Waking up for early sessions, running around Hendry and bucketing down rain, the bolting across the flats and up the hills in the blasting sun, these athletes have been particularly disciplined with their training this season. They don't stop when they're tired, they stop when the session is complete. All of the hard work will pay off on Thursday at Limestone Park with some incredible performances waiting to be unleashed. I could not be prouder of these athletes. This level of fitness and motivation to want to achieve could not be possible without the expert coaching of head coach Chris Gale and our fantastic coaches, Mr. Johnston, Mr. Masters, Mr. Lee, Ms. Waterman, Ms. Arnold, Declan Cabot, Radan Martin and Sophie Henderson. Thank you also to the support in the lead up from Mr. Kennellan, Mr. Pybus, Mr. Graham and Mr. Darms. I'm also so grateful to Annette Cross, Dave Phillips, the whole property and services and transport teams, Rao Carmody, the catering staff and the activities office team. Finally, a huge thank you to the support of our parents, particularly Anthony Deacon, our parent support group chair, but not just for assisting with events, but for having clean uniforms, dropping their children at very early training sessions, picking them up late after meets, having snacks on hand. It is a massive collaborative effort by so many parties that makes this work. So thank you. Could I please call Mr. Johnston and Mr. Chris Gale up to the stage to congratulate our representative team members. Our junior captains, Joe and Charlie, will be presenting our junior team.
Lucas Jenkinson Rock, Diesel Piper, Oscar Warno, Braxton Cummins, Hugo Stephen, James Alabaster, Will Zillman and Jack Strathorn.
Under 11s, Nicholas Bell, Archie Dean, Noah Doxey, Jacob Guthrie, Miguel King Scott, Finn Oliver, Luca Hardman, Eli Hodges, Nate Moore, Max Watson, Zach Zillman, Jack Hilton, Griffin Bianchi, Lewis Hannon, Ethan Johannes, Harry Edwards, Fred Guppy, Max Bertinato, Oliver Abdi, Sam Hardman.
Give a round of applause.
Under 12s, Lewis Abdi, James Newbecker, Duke Moore, Harry Beaumont, Isaac Deacon, Michael Georgieff, Josh Kelly, Harper Cameron, Oscar Weber, Patrick McEwen, Henry Dallymore, Felix Timms, Nicholas Yelloway, Scott Sibra, James Gower, Kobe Ware, Callum Erasmus, Julian McAvoy, Joseph Fenton.
Charlie Goodson.
Good morning staff, students and those watching online. GPS cross country is finally upon us. The squad has battled through scorching days, severe weather conditions and COVID isolation, but these ever-changing conditions have done nothing to stop us except improve our commitment and drive to the sport. The Nudgee men I am presenting today are in peak physical condition and ready to take the Junior Cup for the 4th year in a row and bring home the Senior Trophy back to Nudgee grounds. So be there this Thursday the 19th as the boys put on a spectacular performance at Ipswich Limestone Park. I'd like to present the under 13 runners, Alex Wayne, Will Kisby, Henry Geese, Jeremy Deacon, Rocco Crockham, Reese Griffiths, Harry Williams, Hamish Jaffe, Jameson Andruolo, George Pentecost, Michael Donovan, Andre DeClara, Sean Watson, and Chris White. Please give the under 13s a round of applause. Gotcha. Under 14s, Andreas Stevenson, Alfie Piper, Max Orman, Amon Kisson, Alex Smith, Dasher Winthal, Jack Beaumont, Oscar Arankage, Lachlan Cook, Tom Cooley, and Nicholas Phillip. Please give the under 14s a round of applause.
The under 15 runners, Will Curran, Ned Curran, Declan Warnes, who's currently absent, Diego King Scott, Dusty Piper, Finlay Jones, Noah Wilson, George Gilman, Gus Maloney, Ben Yellowlee, Ned Fairley, Ben Dixon, Sam Curley, and James Burgess. Please congratulate the under 15 runners. And the under 16 runners, Harry Waldron, Marcus Newman, Patrick Kennedy, Liam McBride, Paddy Burchard, Jacob Johnson, Ben Clark, is currently absent, Patrick Ryan, and Paddy Maloney. Please congratulate the under 16 runners.
Okay, now our open team. Will Morrow, Lucas Ackland, Ned Donovan, Brashar Coots, Oliver Bryans, Callum Turner, Angus Williams, Bailey Thomas, Harry Dixon, Liam Wadago, Tom Sands, Tom Robertson, Joe Wilson, and Javier Burke. Please put your hands together for our GPS cross-country team.
Mr. Masters, statistically speaking, how well is the country performing this year?
Average. Very average.
Pretty disappointing, really. Oh, I thought you had more in you. There's always 15% left in the tank, and yesterday you could have done more.
In terms of participation, they've been doing all right.
However, over the last couple of days, they've improved significantly. We've tracked their progression on a linear graph. Hopefully it's starting linear, but then I reckon we'll see a bit of an exponential curve going upwards, and their speeds and time will and we will maybe come in the top 9, I reckon.
You reckon you could have done more?
Could have.
Yeah?
We got to find the opens.
I think you guys are going to absolutely smash it at Jeeps this year.
See how strong the Opens are, how good a team they are.
The best Opens I've seen at Nudgee.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson, members of the CLT, Nudgee staff, students and our Nudgee families who have joined us here this morning. The 2022 Nudgee cricket season came to a conclusion late in term one. It was certainly a tricky season with COVID-19 cancellations and rain-affected weekends, but I'm extremely proud of the way our Nudgee men and coaching staff have adapted and remained flexible in frustrating times. In saying this, there were still many exciting moments throughout the 2022 season, with many hard-fought wins, centuries scored, hat-tricks taken, and as always, our Nudgee team-first mentality a shining light. Our first 11 completed a reasonable season with 3 wins and 3 losses from 6 GPS games, eventually finishing equal third in the premiership table. Congratulations to the Year 12 members of this team who have been excellent servants of Nudgee cricket for many seasons. Best of luck with your studies for the rest of the year. Thank you to the first 11 coaches, Terry Oliver, Mr. Trent Palmer and their support staff for all your hard work and professionalism across the past 12 months. I think we provide a genuine first-class training and playing environment for our first 11 squad. The coaching, mentoring and development opportunities are elite, and I know that all first 11 members appreciate the opportunities and support they receive. With 6 players returning next season and an exciting first 11 squad soon to be announced, there will be some wonderful opportunities for these boys to continue to grow and improve as a playing group. First 11 opening batsman Kane Nielsen was the recipient of the 2022 First 11 Players Player Award, the Trent Palmer Medal, for his breakout season in the baggy blue, contributing 282 runs at an average of 56.4. Kane received his medal at the Players Player Award at the Queensland Cricketers Club late in term 1. Well done to Kane. My highlight for the 2022 season was a GPS round 7 against Gregory Terrace, where the cricket program hosted all 31 fixtures against Terrace due to the flooding at Tennyson. Super Saturday threw up many exciting games of cricket, brought all of our Nudgee teams together and provided a wonderful spectacle across the campus. We're incredibly lucky to have so many coaching professionals involved in the program, along with Nudgee academic staff and college old boys, who continue to provide a positive experience for Nudgee cricketers playing each season. Some of the coaching talent we possess includes Terry Oliver, Trent Palmer, Justin Stearns, Ken Dixon, Trent Ryan, Vic Williams, Nathan Horitz and Chris Hartley. Thank you to our coaches, our team coaches in particular, college academic staff, Mr. Lilly, Mr. Ford, Mr. Brown and Mr. Palmer for their support over the past season. At the highest level of the game, Nudgee College Old Boy and GPS Premiership player Mitchell Swepson made his Test match debut for Australia recently. Mitch's hard work and perseverance earned him a famous baggy green cap for 2 Test matches in Pakistan, which culminated in a series win for the Aussies. Mitch becomes the 4th Nudgee Old Boy in the modern era to play Test cricket, following the likes of Nathan Horitz, Joe Burns and Brendan Nash from the West Indies. Mitch is a wonderful young man who the college should be extremely proud of. There are a number of people I'd like to thank for their valuable contributions to the cricket program over the past year. Nudgee Cricket Parent Support Group and their president, Mr. Randall Corliss, for his ongoing commitment and valuable insights into the progression of Nudgee cricket. Our generous 2022 Nudgee Cricket sponsors have supported the cricket program over the past 12 months. Platinum sponsor New Pure Beverages for your ongoing commitment to the cricket program. Thank you to the Nudgee College Sports Team, previous Director of Sport, Mr. Anthony Cannellan, for his guidance and support throughout Term 1 and across the pre-season. To Ms. Deb Daly and Mr. Theo Betteridge for your administration assistance and support. Many thanks to the Property and Services Team, Grounds Coordinator Mr. David Phillips and his team of dedicated staff on your weekly preparation of our cricket ovals and turf practice facility. We can now boast about having the best playing venues in the GPS. They have the highest order. College Principal Mr. Fuller and Deputy Principal Mr. Johnson for their continued support of cricket at the college. Both are very keen cricket supporters and are often seen around the grounds each Saturday. I know our First 11 team enjoys the interactions with you on game days. You provide tremendous support as always. Christine Atchison and her first aid team. Christine continues to go above and beyond the call of duty and is reassuring to know our cricket players are in safe hands on game days. It is a pleasure having Christine around the grounds on a Saturday. Thank you for your amazing support. Finally, thank you to the Nudgee cricketers who represent the college with great spirit and commitment across the course of the season. I hope to see many of you back wearing the blue and white next season in 2023. Let's hope we can play a full season without COVID isolation and wet weather. Once again, best wishes to our Year 12 members in your future endeavours, and I hope your time in the Nudgee cricket program has been a positive one and you can continue to play this great sport. Congratulations to the following boys who have been named Team Man Award winners for the 2022 season. The Best Team Man Award is presented to a player in each team who displays exemplary sportsmanship and conducts in all dealings with coaches, teammates, opposition and match officials. He always trains and plays to the best of his ability and demonstrates pride in his school by his attitude and the way he presents himself on and off the field. Our award winners are, for Year 5 and 6, 5A, Mitchell Halpin. 5B, Patrick Gainley. 5C, Hamish McDougall. 5D, Cohen Ford. 5E, Jude LaRosa. 6, 6A, Abay Daliwal. 6B, Nicholas Yelley. 6C, Rory Nyholt. 6D, Cash Kaminsky. And 6E, Patrick Story. Congratulations, boys. Our Year 7 and 8 winners. 7A, Jackson Cool. 7B, Sydney Bates. 7C, Harley Buey. 7D, Mason Perkins. 7E, Dougal Lewis. 7F, Jaden Jalea. Our Year 8 winners. 8A, Sean Watkins is absent. 8B, Kai Goods. 8C, Jake Page. 8D, Benjamin Summers. Congratulations, boys. Oh, yeah. Buster. Our Year 9 and 10 winners. 9A, Hayden Hamilton. 9B, Charlie Lyons. 9C, Henry Dennis. Year 10, 10A, Grady Turner. 10B, Flynn Zara. And 10C, Benjamin Clark, who is absent. Congratulations, boys. Our Year 11 and Opens award winners. 11A, Jackson Andrews. 11B, Samuel Houston. Third 11, James Duffy, absent. And second 11, Archer Corliss. Congratulations, boys. I'll now hand Mr. Carroll over to present the debating awards. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson, members of the CLT, staff, guests, and men and Nudgee. Debating is often a sport that showcases the individual's talent. But during our end of season dinner, I asked the boys, why do you do debating? What brings you back every week? Time with mates, getting the win for the team were the two loudest answers. Through COVID, floods, and all sorts of triumphs, the boys have had to pull together stronger than ever this season. They showed us just how dangerous one articulate speaker can be and how unstoppable a team of four is. Born in case, the Terrace Round. Terrace itself is an institution of debating. It's put together 2 state team members and 1 national team debater this year. But on the night, the Nudgy 5s, 6.2s, 7s, 8s, 9s and 11s all took home a win. The narrowest of splits earned the Senior A's the dark horse reputation with the Queensland Debating Union. But it was the post-match analysis by the Blue and White Army that attended that really showed me how much debating has permeated through the culture of Nudgy. A lot has gone into every success this year. Our coaches, our parent support group, masterclasses, our partnerships with Mary MacKillop College, St Rita's and the QUT Debating Society have all helped. However, it's the debating men that go the extra mile and bring their team together that get the win. The following students are being acknowledged for their positive contributions and respect to their respective teams, and for the consistent commitment and improvement over the season. So I'm very honoured and proud to present to you the GPS Debating Team Man Awards for 2022. Please hold your applause till we have a full stage. 5.1, Stephen Minio. 6.1, Harry Orr. 6.2, Rory Grant. 7.1, Kai Istria. 7.2, San Diego King Scott. 8.1, Jude Shaw. 8.2, Orion Shekadar, who is absent. 9.1, Tanush Patel. 9.2, Gage Dittman. Please congratulate these boys. In 10.1, Oscar Awadi. In 10.2, Tom Thornley. In 10.3, Liam McBride. 11.1, Jacob Gillum. 11.2, Joseph Rowland. 12.1, Lachlan Bancroft. Senior A, Sam Aggs. Please congratulate these boys. I now welcome Sean Graham, Acting 2IC of Sports, to the stage to present the awards for volleyball.
Good morning, Mr. Johnston, staff, parents and Nudgy men. As many of you will be aware, Mr. Condon suffered an injury playing football earlier in the year and is currently on the operating table, so in his absence I will deliver his roundup of the volleyball term. Firstly, well done to all the Year 7 boys who decided to try for what was for the majority a completely new sport. We look forward to seeing you continue your Nudgee Volleyball next year. To the Year 12s experiencing their last season of Nudgee Volleyball, we thank you for your contribution over the years. You've left Nudgee Volleyball in a better place, and your efforts are a significant part of that improvement. I hope that many of you will continue to support the program as coaches in the future. It was a successful term with many players progressing in their development. I'd like to thank the coaches for their effort and commitment in ensuring this development occurred. Improvement is a key focus of Nudgee Volleyball. Aspiring to be better both on and off the court determines the overall success. But more importantly, it allows individuals to form quality, consistent habits, give and receive feedback, and develop relationships. We saw examples of players trying to improve every day throughout the term. We saw it when Harry Blackmore and Luke Berkeley coached the Year 7s at 6 a.m. We saw it when Timothy Phillip cleaned the terrace dressing rooms after everyone had left. We saw it when Max Allen turned up for every single training and games for the 8 H's and improved his game immensely. We saw it when Spencer Marnie took out time from his lunch to practice his serving. Every day, Nudgee volleyballers strived to be better. The boys who are about to be presented demonstrated this desire to improve on a consistent basis and in a respectful manner towards their coaches, teammates, and opposition. Congratulations to the following Nudgee team men. Year 7F, Connor Smith, who's away. 7E, Harrison Serini. 7D, Isaac Newman. 7C, Eamon McCarthy, who's absent. 7B, Harry Mitchell. 7A, Charlie Gannon. 8H, Max Allen. 8G, Maxwell McKinley, who's absent. 8F, Dash Withnell. 8E, Cooper Ramsey. 8D, Angus Anderson, who's absent. 8C, Matthew Fuller. 8B, Alexander de Groot. 8A, Oliver McEwen. Please congratulate our Year 7 and 8 Nudgee Volleyball team men. Year 9 and 10, 9F, Jay Lamb. 9E, Xander Isles. 9D, Harry Atkinson. 9C, Jackson Dalton. 9B, Nicholas Zaytoon. 9A, Joseph Costigan. 10D, Oliver Chaffee. 10C, Zeth Hudson, who are both absent. 10B, Nicholas Pedridis. 10A, Robbie Hopkins. Please congratulate our 9s and 10s. Elevens and 12s. Year 11E, Samson Nowie. 11D, Cooper Swain. 11C, Harrison Palthorpe, who's absent. 11B, Thomas Haynes. 11A, Callum Turner. Fourths, Gabe Sellers. Thirds, Oliver Finlayson. Seconds, Oscar Ezzi. Please congratulate our 11s and 12s. Connor Smith, Year 7. I'd now like to introduce Ms. Kafaji to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. It gives me great delight this morning to introduce the debut of a band of boarding brothers who this morning named themselves BB4YA. They'll tell you what that means. These guys rehearse late on a Monday night and whenever else they get a chance under the mentorship of Rodin, one of their tutors. They are thrilled to be able to present for you today, just the two of us, made famous by Bill Withers.
raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all when the sun comes shining through. To make those rainbows in my mind, when I think of you sometimes, I wanna spend some time with you. Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water all the years. It don't make no flower grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not to those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. Fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I wanna be the one with you. Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I.
How good. Well done to our boarding band. Gents, what a brilliant assembly. A great snapshot of everyday nudgies. Thank you. Big thanks to all who are involved. Can I congratulate the boarders and the boarding staff for all the wonderful work you have done to create such a strong community. We certainly hope everyone in the room gets behind the celebration of National Boarding Week. Thanks to Al, Jim and Mr Braithwaite in particular. As Wallaby David Pocock suggests, calling out homophobic discrimination takes great courage. I think your presentation was extremely powerful and gives me much hope that Nudgee College can be leaders in this space. Please note that there are a number of activities in our library today at lunch that you can be involved in, so please go along and check those out. Gents, if I can just talk some detail about a couple of events coming up. So you'll know Thursday, GPS Cross Country. Grade 8 boys, you will be attending and supporting that event. So a couple of reminders should be on the screen for you behind me. Make sure you're getting to PC or your house assembly and get your name marked off, and then straight down to the buses. A full winter uniform with your hat. And there'll be a limited tuck shop, so I wouldn't be relying on that. Please make sure you bring your morning tea and lunch with some water. That would be really important for you on that day. Finally, a wonderful day on Saturday. We obviously host Brisbane Grammar School in football and tennis, but more importantly is our open day. Gents, the great news is that we'll have over 700 prospective families joining us on Saturday. And I certainly think that that's a great statement about our school. And can I thank you, in particular you, the boys, for the role you play in that. We've obviously got some wonderful things happening in our community, and your input is greatly appreciated. Thanks to the many boys who have volunteered. We need lots of boys volunteering and helping with information stalls, whether they're academic or co-curricular. Thank you to those boys, and thanks also to the boys who are helping with tour guides. Can I just remind the boys who are tour guides, you will have received an email from Mr. Tuvey, but you will need to meet Mr. Tuvey and Miss Kilburn on Friday in period 6 for some information regarding your tour. Obviously on that day, gents and staff, we're all on show. So you are really clear about the expectations we have on Saturday. If you're in sport uniform, it's worn perfectly. If you're in full winter, exactly the same, please. Just a couple of things for Friday as we prepare for that. In the playground, in your lunch areas, please make sure we do an extra tidy up on that day. In classes periods 5 and 6, please make sure our classrooms are left exactly how you found them. And then finally, as I mentioned, our Saturday dress needs to be spot on. Most of all, be yourself. People want to see you as you are, and we want you to enjoy the day with our guests. So I thank you for all involved in that. Now, gents, we're running possibly 5 minutes late, so we're going to change the bells. So for teachers and boys, period 2 will start at 10 o'clock and go through till 10:45. You'll then have morning tea from 10:45 to 11:10. Period 3 will start 5 minutes late at 11:15, and then period 4 and the rest of the day will be normal. Now, it makes me very nervous. It gives me great pleasure to invite Louis de Villiers to give our 3 cheers today. Please welcome Louis. Well done. Thanks, Louis. So, gents, 2 final instructions. If you don't have your blazer with you now, you will come forward and wait for me at the front of the stage. And our Year 10 gents, thank you for volunteering to stack chairs. So you please wait behind. I'd now like our parents, if you would like to escape quickly. Boys, sit down, please. You're not asked to move. Gents, have a wonderful day. If you are on the track side, could you please go those doors towards Hendry Oval? Yeah, you 10.